Today on the channel, I'm going to show you part one of the finale of the Crossroads Duel by Steve Vai, better known as Jack Butler. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at the very end of the Crossroads Duel that Steve Vai played with Ralph Machio at the very end of Crossroads. I'm going to focus on the little classical part, the one that Ralph Machio played, or Lightning Boy, whatever he was called in the movie, when he beat Steve Vai or Jack Butler at the very end, okay? So we're going to take a look at that, and this is based off of, it's kind of a tip of the hat to Paganini's Caprice 5. In a later lesson, down the road, I'm going to show some snippets of Caprice 5 on the channel to give you some ideas and ways to alternate pick some really cool arpeggios and passages. But we're going to start off with this Crossroads Duel. This was kind of my introduction to Paganini and Caprice 5 and some of his other works. A funny story before we dig in, my guitar teacher back in the 80s, he transcribed this for me, and I've been practicing this for years and I still struggle with it. So don't be too hard on yourself if you can't master this. If you can master it quickly, then excellent. I mean, kudos to you. I've struggled with this for forever, and my guitar teacher taught me to alternate pick everything. We did a lot of alternate picking exercises. Back in the 80s, there was sweep arpeggios and sweeping techniques, but it wasn't as prevalent as it is today. So he was an advocate for alternate picking everything. So I'm going to show you the technique I use to play this, but you can do sweeps and pull-offs on this. As you learn the chord shapes to these arpeggios, feel free to approach these arpeggios whatever way makes them fluid for you, and play whatever makes them easier to play. There's not really a right or wrong technique. If it sounds good, it's good, okay? But I think alternate picking, if you get it down, really puts a lot of punctuation on the notes and a lot of dynamics, and you can really raise and lower the thematic parts of this piece. So let me show you what this is comprised of. Basically, this first part, we're going to go all the way up to the section where Ralph Machio goes. I'm not going to show that part in this video. That's going to be part 2. I'll post that next week, okay? But we're going to do part 1 first and get this under your fingertips. So the first part is quite lengthy. He starts off with an arpeggio on an A minor, and then he does a E dominant 7 arpeggio shape. And you got to know these chords so you can remember what these arpeggios are like, so when you move them around, you know what you're playing. You're just not playing notes on the fretboard. And then he plays an A dominant 7 arpeggio, which is a dominant 5 over D minor arpeggio. Then he does a B diminished, which is like an E dominant 7 arpeggio kind of, but it's a diminished chord. Then he goes back to F minor. All right, so this whole first part, I'm going to show you another quick passage after this, but this first part that we're going to do today, A minor, E7, A7, D minor, diminished on the B, and then A minor. Now I'm going to play this slowly for you. I'm not going to try to play this at tempo because I'll have to edit this thing, and it's already getting late, and I'll be up till 2 a.m. trying to get this right. And I'm not one of those YouTubers that has to it has to be perfect, right? It's warts and all on this channel. We're real players, man. We're real men and women learning how to play guitar. We make mistakes, and it's okay. All right, so I'm going to play this slowly so I can get it as accurate as possible, and so you can see the shapes, and then I'm going to go over it step by step with tablature, okay? Man, that's hard. All right, so watch my right hand. I'm doing alternate picking. Sometimes I may pull off. Over the years, I've developed some pull-off technique. It changes every time that I play it. So the A minor arpeggio starts off in this A minor box shape, and we're going to basically just play the 1, 3rd, 5th through the whole thing. And go back down. Alternate pick everything. Slowly. Now on these you can sweep. I mean, you can go like. I mean, there's ways to do it like that. Then there's the E dominant 7. It starts on the B, but that starts on the 5th of the E dominant 7, but it goes like this. I struggle with this arpeggio. This one's weird for me. Okay, and then we're going to play an A dominant 7 arpeggio. And this one's kind of easy. It's kind of got an interesting little shape here. Like that. All right, slowly again. I messed that one up, so I'll do it again. You ever notice that sometimes it's easier to play stuff faster than it is slow? One of my guitar teachers, the great Stan Lassiter, took lessons from him years ago, and he made us practice everything like super slow because he was in Tai Chi, and we would do stuff at like 60 beats per minute, 50 beats per minute, and when you start doing stuff that slow, it's crazy hard. All right, so I digress. So there's the A dominant 7, then the D minor. All right, so the D minor arpeggio, it starts on the 5th of the D, which is the A here, but it goes like this. Try to do it slow. All right, and then it ends by doing this little. So what he does there is he takes this A minor shape. And ends up on this G sharp on the 16th fret. So what I'm doing is I'm alternating. And then E. So we're doing an E chord basically. Got that major 3rd up here for the E. So once again. And what I'm doing there is I'm palm muting, and a lot of times with classical music, the tempo kind of changes a little bit for dynamics and for mood, the way you articulate those notes. All right, so there's the whole beginning right there of that first part. Then it breaks into this thing. Let me see if I can perform this for you slowly, and then I'll demonstrate it slowly with tablature. And that's where we're going to end this lesson. I'm going to show you this part now. Then next week I'll do the other part where he goes down and does this crazy. That thing, all right? So we're not going to do that tonight. All right, so anyway, this part here. That's Total Caprice number 5 by Paganini. You know, that's Paganini stuff, but what he's up here, he's on the E minor, or A minor, and then he makes it into a E7. So basically he's going, but he's doing a melodic line, and it goes like this, starting on the A. That's the first phrase. Then we repeat the same thing. Slowly, it's then we change to an A dominant 7. To a D minor. So slowly, that is. Then a G to a C. F. Then a diminished. A harmonic minor up to this A. So that's a great exercise. We got a lot of arpeggios down here in the lower register that get you going, then this upward. And then we got the whole fast. That thing. So practice those. You've got an alternate pick. You can try to do some sweep picking with it, but I recommend you learn how to do alternate picking. It's very difficult, but it really builds that muscle memory between your brain and your right and your left hand. And I think it's great to learn how to do arpeggios the old-fashioned way and alternate pick them. And then once you get that down, you can start working in hybrid picking or pull-offs, things like that. So part 1 of the Crossroads Duel at the very end, the finale, and the final part of this duel will come up in a future lesson. I hope that you like this lesson. Hope you like this kind of content. Thanks for dealing with my tired, sleepy, sloppy butt tonight playing this stuff, but it's really tough, and I'm not kidding, but have fun with it, and comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great day. Peace out.